It is NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams. Should be a terrific game here tonight. We're at Little Caesars Arena. Tonight, the Detroit Pistons taking on the Philadelphia 76ers. The Sixers control the tap. Jay, what's the next step for Ben Simmons?
MVP, Ed. To win the MVP. But perception is reality. And I've been hearing this stuff from a lot of people who've been watching Ben Simmons show out this past summer on IG. Ben Simmons needs to get back to the lab, stay in the gym, continue to work on that jump shot, because this is still a team that lost 1-4 to the Celtics without Kyrie Irving and Gordon Hayward.
Jackson with it. Looking to make something happen. To Griffin. Here's a chance from long range. Not that time. Harris. Nice pass to set things up. Nice pace. Sets it up and slams it down.
I see the easy dunk, but what I don't see is energy. Scream. Do something. Get yourself emotionally involved in the game.
Jackson to Griffin. With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket. Simply put, can you build a franchise around Blake Griffin right now?
No, not right now. I think he's starting to get to the latter part of his career. I think he could be a key cog in a championship team, but just not the main guy.
Harris to Horford. A couple of cracks at the line now.
I say this a lot, and it's only because coaches harp on it all the time. Read the scouting report. Know who you can and should send to the line. This is a case of knowing a shooter probably had a better chance of hitting a jumper than he does of hitting the free throws.
Nope, first one does not go. And he's able to hit the second after missing that first one. Jackson with it. They trail by one. Here comes the screen. Doesn't get the bounce. Richardson gets it in the right corner. To Simmons. Oh, he had him there for a second. From the painted area, won't go down. Another follow, still no good. Jackson with it. Down a point. To Griffin. Sixers have the basketball. Harris to Horford. Shot from the lane won't go. Surveys the floor. Jackson with it. Down by one. Trying to make his move to Luke Kennard. To Drummond. That's rebounded by Philadelphia. Embiid to Tobias Harris. Simmons to Embiid. Able to convert inside.
Old school equals high percentage.
Jackson with it. They're down three. To Griffin. Jackson. Fires the three. Luke Kennard bothered just enough on that one. In the front court comes Simmons. Leads three. To Richardson. a rim rocker. Joel Embiid.
Defenders had no chance on that one. That's why we call it the elite tier.
Whistle stops play, and we'll get a timeout here for Detroit. They'll catch their breath in what's now a 5-point game. Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. Rose to Griffin. Deep right corner. Kennard to Drummond. Can't connect. Here's Simmons with it up top. Up 5. Sixers finally break through. 52 wins last year. But, Jay, where do they factor in a top-heavy Atlantic division?
I still see this team finishing on the outside looking in. What I mean by outside is the 2 or 3 spot. I think this is Boston's division to lose, Boston's conference to lose. But still, the question mark still is around Ben Simmons and his ability to shoot the ball down the stretch.
Rose to Griffin. Simmons with it. Leads 5. Pass stolen by Detroit. Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
Simmons with it. He'll run the offense. To Embiid. The drive, right to the basket. Not that time.
Ed, the game is so different. In today's NBA, defenders are longer, quicker, and more athletic than we've ever seen before. So offensively, as a shooter, you either have to be able to create more space off the dribble for your shot or have a much faster release. Ideally, you have both in your arsenal.
To Simmons. Joel Embiid. He's 3 of 5, 60% shooting from the field.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
Here comes the screen. Down to 5 on the 24. Has a chance. Shot's no good. You have to like the confidence, but that was a difficult shot. Has a look. Knocks it down off the step back. Dwayne Casey needs a timeout. His guys have come out flat. Slow start in this first quarter. New blood coming in for both sides. To Drummond. Off the mark. Andre Drummond with a piece.
I got ball.
Trying to cash in. That's no good. He'll let one fly from half court. The first quarter's complete. It's the Sixers out in front. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. Rose into the front court. Right now, down 7. Derrick Rose, 2 of 4 now.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Sixers control it. To Richardson. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Ben Simmons trying to cash in on the three-point play. Shooting 50%. Some yes, some no in this contest. Simmons converts the three-point play. The Sixers increase the lead. Rose into the front court. Down 8. To Drummond. Shot clock's at 5. Down to 4. Rose. Now a pass stolen by the Sixers.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
Nice pass to set things up.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
Finish that.
And you hate to say this, but this is the reality of the matter. Sometimes it takes guys a little while to warm up into the game. Seems like they finally found their rhythm in the second quarter.
To Rose.
I got ball.
From long range, rare 3 for Rose. Defense was ready. Simmons into the front court. Lead stands at 10. Out of bounds, last touch by the Pistons. Some lineup changes now for both clubs. Ben Simmons, 3 for 6 now.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Jackson to Rose. To Jackson. Shot clock to 4 for the Pistons. Griffin. And it's Harris who's able to clear the rebound. Richardson against the former MVP. To Simmons. A lot of contact. Shots no good and no foul. Pistons ball here to Reggie Jackson. Probing the defense. Locked in. Jackson to Rose. Gets it in the left corner. Beyond the arc for three. That's what he does best. Kennard drills the three.
The eyes of the shooter say everything. His eyes pretty much said, "Are you sure you want to give me the ball here?"
Simmons to the basket, but his shot stays out. To Jackson. Rose to Reggie Jackson. He buries it off the step back.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Simmons to Richardson. Driving right to the basket. Simmons. Has a chance. Oh, Ben Simmons. Now 4 for 9.
We all know that's the part of Ben Simmons' game that he needs to work on in order to take his game to the next level. He has to become a respectable shooter because even if he puts his head down and gets to the rim and gets fouled, he only shoots 56% from the free throw line. By the way, DeAndre Jordan and Dwight Howard were better free throw shooters last year than Ben Simmons. Wow.
Now a whistle and a timeout for Philadelphia as they'll talk things over here in the second quarter. Looks like both teams are making substitutions. Ben Simmons. He's 5 for 10, shooting 50%.
As a rookie last year, Ben Simmons averaged 16 points a game and posted 12 triple-doubles, the second most by any rookie in NBA history. Or was last year really his rookie year? We can debate that one later.
To Jackson. Detroit with 4 to shoot. Al Horford rejects it. Shot clock violation. Yes, and the foul, and a chance at 3 coming up.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The ref spit, and that's the game.
Ben Simmons at the line for a chance at a three-point play, shooting 66% in this contest. Missed it at the line. Jackson with it. Down 11. To Luke Kennard. Shot from the lane won't go.
And one of the most underrated things in this game is quick lateral speed. Good job by utilizing that speed and taking away the lane.
Horford to Simmons. No good. Down low for Griffin. Flushes it home. Jay, you know the deal. Keep the touches coming inside.
As long as that defense continues to give you high percentage shots, you better take that every time.
In the front court comes Simmons. It's a 9-point lead. Oh, with the foul. And a chance coming up at the line.
Everybody in the building understands he's been a known target. Looks like they're hacking early in this one.
Ben Simmons at the line for 2 shots, shooting 50%, some yes, some no, in this contest. Misses the first. Oh, he missed them both. Screen coming. Has a look. The shot, almost. Short jumper off the mark.
And you have to remember that your hand is part of the ball. There wasn't enough contact on that play for the refs to blow the whistle.
Joel Embiid, huge block.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
It's in the hands of Philadelphia. To Simmons. To Horford. Pistons come away with it. Nothing going here on that drive. And draws contact. So, it's Griffin going to the line for 2.
Love the fact that the shooter created contact on the upward motion to shoot the basketball. Big time play.
Blake Griffin, couple of free throws on the way. For his career, 68%. Off the mark on the first free throw. Knocks down the second after missing the first. Late heave to beat the buzzer. That'll do it for the first half. The 76ers have the lead.
Let's get right into the action here. The 76ers dominated this matchup from the opening tip. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Philadelphia 76ers. The Pistons did a lot of things wrong in that opening half. At this point, it's all about pride and mental toughness. A comeback is not impossible, but it's also not likely. These are the guys getting buckets for the Detroit Pistons.
Game track. Field goals.
The Detroit Pistons didn't make the best use of their shots in the first half. If they want to be competitive in this game, they need to find better looks. The shooting was certainly worst in the opening quarter.
Player of the half.
Simmons has the defense figured out, and his shots are falling for him. That's a lethal combination that will be hard to overcome.
Who was cold?
Forget cold. This guy will be happy to be lukewarm at this point. He can't seem to get anything going. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Thanks for joining us for the halftime report. The second half is about to get started.
Jackson with it. His club staring up at an 8-point deficit. To Griffin. Gets a look. Can't hit.
The most important thing a shooter can do is continue to shoot. The defense is always going to give great effort, but it's more of your psyche that goes into the next shot that will limit you on whether you make the shot or not.
Jackson with it. Margins 8. To Griffin. Kennard. Off the assist.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
Here's Simmons with it up top. His guys lead here, early stages, third quarter. Horford. Simmons. That out of his range and no good. Jackson with it. The deficit is 6. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Nothing going here on that drive. Harris to Embiid. Joel Embiid. He's now 4 for 6.
This may sound cheesy, but sometimes you just need to sit back, get a tub of popcorn, and just enjoy the show, because that's what you're watching right now.
Jackson. To Drummond. Missed it. They weren't going to give that to him. Philadelphia with the basketball. Simmons to Richardson. Blake Griffin pins it.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
To Reggie Jackson. Rebound cleared by Philly. Harris to Simmons. Here comes the screen. Richardson to Simmons. 5 on the shot clock for Philadelphia. To Richardson. Trying to cash in. Josh Richardson. Better late than never. That was his first shot, and it goes down.
There's a natural tendency when you guard a right dominant hand player to send him left. But for a guy who's a good mid-range shooter, that's wrong. His pace dribble is his left hand. Force him to go right and know that the chances are higher of him trying to drive and attack the rim. That's knowing the scouting report.
Able to convert inside.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
Sixers have the basketball. Simmons to Tobias Harris. Probing the defense to Simmons. And the reward, a couple of shots at the line.
I've seen it happen so many times. Small things like that foul can end up becoming a momentum changer. Let's see how this one plays out.
Ben Simmons has got 2 shots coming. He's struggled so far. First one, count it.
Substitutions, Detroit.
And he makes them both. Jackson with it. Down 8. To Drummond. Joel Embiid with the block.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
From the painted area, won't go down. Right now, the Pistons have the basketball. To Jackson. Joel Embiid swats it.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Simmons to Embiid. Nothing going here on that drop.
Oh, he sent that one to the third row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. Derrick Rose slams it down.
And cutting hard in transition is one of the most underrated things about this game. The harder you can cut is the more it opens up the floor to make plays just like that.
To Embiid. Joel Embiid. With that shot, he's 5 for 8. Jackson with it. Looking to make something happen. To Rose. Has a chance. Rose's shot off the iron, no good.
I just love where this takes you into the psychological battle as a player offensively. Was that a great contest, or did you just miss the shot? But now you have me thinking about that the entire next possession.
Oh, great pass, setting up the basket.
Sometimes when the players find that flow, nobody else needs to touch the ball. He's in the zone by himself.
It's Detroit's ball. Baseline drive. To the basket goes Jackson, but his shot won't fall. Simmons with it. His team leads it by 10. Andre Drummond sends it away. That's his 3rd block this evening.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Markieff Morris trying to cash in on the 3-point play. For his career, 77% at the line. And he can't convert the free throw. Sixers control it. Simmons. Takes stock of the floor. Lays it up and in.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Knocked loose. Rose matched up with James Ennis. To Griffin. Rose. Missed it.
Knock that down, yo. Knock that down.
To Simmons. Can't connect from in close. To Rose.
Hands up, hands up, hands up.
Now a steal by Philly.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in 1st and 2nd grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
3 quarters down. It's the Sixers out in front. It's been a compelling game so far. The 4th quarter is underway. Simmons with it. Lead stands at 10. Embiid A bad pass as the Pistons come away with it.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Screen coming.
Screen, I got your help.
To Griffin. Knocks it down off the step back.
We're watching a clinic right now. We're watching basketball one-on-one. Whoever this professor is, he needs to get paid top dollar.
Right here, y'all. Detroit. I got ball.
Simmons to Richardson. Unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
You see, the savvy players, they can create contact. They can throw their arms into you, even their bodies into you, and as soon as the refs blow the whistle once or twice and you become hesitant defensively, they got you right where they want you.
To Rose. Five on the shot clock. It's in the hands of Philadelphia. And watch him do the rest. Slam dunk.
You used to hear all these coaches talk about, we need players to run the floor. No, I don't need you to run the floor. I need you to run the floor with purpose. Those are two different things. When you run the floor in attack mode, that's when plays like this occur.
Joel Embiid able to recover with the block.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
Griffin. A bad pass as the Sixers come up with this steal.
Don't play scared now. Let's push the ball. Let's get this lead up.
Embiid to Richardson. The drive right to the basket. No good, but two shots coming up for Joel Embiid.
Great job, Ed, by the shooter to create contact after the jump. That's how you get to the free throw line.
And he connects on the first free throw.
Oh, yeah, come right back to you.
Two for two on that trip.
Shot, boy.
The possession in favor of Detroit. Here comes the screen. Rose. Slams it down.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
Simmons into the front court. Up a dozen. To Tobias Harris. Nice pass to get things going.
Ed, I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
Knocks it down from mid-range.
I don't know what the point of you having a scouting report is if you don't utilize it. You're allowing him to get to positions on the floor where you know he feels most comfortable. Make it a challenge for him by making him do something uncomfortable.
To Richardson. Takes it right to the rim. A lot of contact there, but they say no foul.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Here comes the screen. Joel Embiid tips it.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Griffin's shot off the mark.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you... Oh! Out there looking like the Kimbe Mutombo.
Took it right to him, and the defender was ready. Rose into the front court. 14-point deficit. That's usually one that he'll knock down.
I'm not sure that the contest on the shot contributed to the miss, but what it might have done is seep into the confidence of the shooter that the next time he might decide to try to drive to the rim instead of settling for a jumper.
Now the Pistons going to use a timeout as they'll talk things over here in this fourth quarter. like a smooth operator. Dwayne Casey will make some moves right now. Jackson to Drummond. Shot from in close, no good.
One of the best kept secrets in the game, utilizing a head fake. Get the defender in the air, crack into him. Don't give the refs any excuse not to call foul. I put that one on you. You went up a little bit lazy.
And throws it down.
You know, it reminds me of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Jackson to Griffin. Oh, look out. Blake Griffin. With that, he's 5 for 9.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
And the front court comes Simmons. His guys holding the big lead. To Embiid. Horford. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ball game.
Philadelphia with the basketball. Simmons to Richardson. Sizing up the defense. Embiid to Simmons. Cleans it up. Offensive board. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Jackson with it. Down a bundle to Griffin. To Drummond. Joel Embiid snatching it out of the air.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Watch the cutter, man.
Simmons to Tobias Harris. 5 seconds to shoot. Here comes the screen. To Richardson. Going to launch beyond the arc. He engulfed him that time. Pistons have it. Ben Simmons sends it away. The Sixers are victorious as they win this one in very convincing fashion. That does it. For my partner Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. As we say, so long, everyone.
Hey everyone, it's Jalen Rose, and it's time for the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The 76ers were merciless in this game. They did it with blocks, and they did it with steals. More to the point, they did it with excellent defense. They committed to the grind and got rewarded as a result. The Pistons really lost big in this matchup, and you could tell it was tough on them. And it's games like this where veteran players can be so important. They've been through these types of blowouts, and they know what it takes to keep a locker room united.
Game track. Field goals.
The Philadelphia 76ers were tough to beat today considering how well they shot the ball. It's easy to frustrate your opponent when even their best defensive effort doesn't translate into a lead, or more importantly, a win. Joel Embiid was aggressive today with his scoring getting his points right at the basket. He put down a crazy number of dunks in today's matchup.
Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have their off nights. Today was just one of those days for this guy. These are the top 3 plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
On behalf of Ed Cohen and Jay Williams, this is Jalen Rose signing off.